Hi all, I Tanya welcome you back on behalf of Skill Heist to a brand new series in which we are discussing on the real-time interview questions which is asked in Azure Data Engineering interviews. So the question for the day is how can you generate a new SQL table from a files located in Azure Data Lake storage? So let's understand this in a practical way and let's create it. So if you can see, I have this four files which is there in my ADLS. Okay, so customer info, employee performance, product master, and the sales data. Now I want to transfer this four files into my SQL database. Okay, so let's create a pipeline to understand how we can do it. So let's create a new pipeline. For this, firstly, we need a get metadata activity. If you are not sure what this get metadata activity does and how to use it, then you can actually see all our videos and you can also enroll in our upcoming batch. So let's create our database for it. I'll create on over here, delimiter text. Then I'll give it a name of get data set. Okay. And I'll select the link service, which is already there. Now I'm browsing the data from here or the file. So I'll go over here in my container and my directory. I'm not selecting the file names. Okay. I'm keeping it in a dynamic way. Okay. So from the field list, what I want in the arguments, I want the child items. Okay. So let's run this and see what output it will provide us. Let me refresh it. See, it is providing me all the file names. Okay. It is creating an array. What is the array name? The array name is child items. So remember this because we are going to use it. And the file names are in the name. Okay. So just remember this. Now we want for each activity. So I'll just associate both these activities together. We have to link both this activity and in the for each activity, what we are going to do is we want it in a sequential way and the item should be dynamic. So what will be the items? So it has to be the file names. Okay. And the file names, we are extracting it from get metadata activity. And the array name for this is child item. So inside this child item array, we have all our files. So I'll click on OK. So inside for each activity, now I want a copy activity. Okay, so let me create a copy activity. Now let me create a data set again for this copy activity. So my data is in ADLS Gen2. So I'll select Gen2. Then it's in a delimiter way. And I can see it as copy data set. I can say that ADLS. Okay. I'm going to keep this also as dynamic. Okay, I'm just selecting this particular thing and I'll say okay and okay. Now I want the file names from my for each activity. So firstly, to actually put this as dynamic, the file name, I have to create a parameter and the parameter name I can say as file name. Okay. Then go to connection, click on this file name, add dynamic and this file name. Okay. So our connection is built. Now go to parameter. You can see over here there's a parameter with the file name. Now I want to declare it dynamically. And over here I'll take it from for each dot name because my file name is from the name part. So I'll click on OK. Right. So my source has been defined. Now I want to define my sink. So first thing also, I'll create a data set for SQL database. So I'll go over here and I'll say SQL data set. All I already have a link service. I'll select it. And I'm not selecting any table from here. I'll say enter manually. And I'll click on OK. Right over here also, if you do it, right now I want to describe a schema name. Okay, I'll say my schema, let my schema name is ABC should be my schema name. Okay, and table name I have to declare a parameter from which my table name will be defined. So I'll say table, and in connection I'll go to table name, click on dynamic table, and I'll click on OK. Now when I'll come to my pipeline, right over here you can see use existing or auto create. So I'm clicking on auto create. Okay, and now if I'll debug it, let's see what happens. Okay, over here I should create, click on this and also put this as name. Okay, I'll close it and now let me again debug it. So let's wait for this to run. Okay, it's in queue. So because I selected it as sequential, right? So my for each activity, inside my for each activity, this copy activity is going to run for 4 different times, right? So the copy activity will run for the number of times you have the file count. Okay, so I have only 4 files. So let's refresh it again. Okay. So let's wait for this to complete. So you can see my pipeline has run successfully. Now we can go to my SQL database and we can check on the same, right? If I'm going to refresh it, I'll refresh it from here. Okay, let open the tables. Now, can you see this? ABC dot customer info, ABC dot employee performance, ABC dot product master, and ABC dot sales data, right? You can see I have this 4 files only. So now these 4 files are being created as a table over here. Okay. So if anyone has any doubt, do let us know. You can connect with us and please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. That will motivate us to create more such videos. Stay tuned. Bye bye.